Hi Facebook world, it's Amanda Kimes here at Kimes Ranch Apparel. We are at the headquarters today, which we don't bring many people here, so you all should feel very privileged. We are starting a brand new fun segment for all of you viewers. We're going to start talking about behind the scenes and behind the jeans, if you will. I want to really get in depth and tell you guys a lot about why we created certain styles, kind of the evolution of what came next, if you will, and then we'll even get Mr. Kimes in here himself to speak on camera, but shh, don't tell him that yet. First and foremost, I want to talk to you about the jean that I am probably the most passionate about, and that is where it all began for Kimes Ranch. This is the Betty jean. The Betty jean is our fastest selling jean by far, and it has been since day one. This jean's great because it accommodates all body styles, and when I say it accommodates all body styles, I mean it looks great on anybody. This jean is sized from a 000 through a size 16, and it fits everyone in between, whether you have a large rear end or a small rear end, or really heavy thighs and a small waist, or maybe you have a little more room in your waist and really skinny thighs. It's going to fit everybody. And I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you about the tricks that we've used to make this jean accommodate everybody. So one thing that I like to stress when people ask me about our design process is that for Kimes Ranch, we start our ladies' jeans at a size 8. We don't start things at a 0 and then expect them to accommodate larger bodies. We start everything at an 8. We do this for several reasons. One, I'm a size 8 and I like to be the first to fit test everything. And two, it's kind of the middle spectrum. So you have your 00, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. and then your larger sizes. So it's a lot easier, in my humble opinion, to take something that starts at an 8 and then encourage it to accommodate larger or smaller bodies. If you start something at a size 0, no offense to the ladies that are a 0, but you guys look great in everything. So when you start to add sizes to it, it kind of warps, if you will. But the same thing would go if we started at the other end of the spectrum and then tried to bring it down. So starting in the middle for Kimes Ranch is a key element, and that's how we design everything. And we do that as well on the men's, which we'll talk about on another day. The other thing with the Betty that's so great is the denim that we use. We use a heavy weight, it's 12 ounces, and it's a 99% cotton, 1% spandex component. So what that does is it has stretch, as you can see, but because this jean is so heavy, I'm going to let you in on a secret, ladies, and it's a word I don't like to use, but it acts a little bit like a girdle, and this isn't a negative thing. What this does is this jean's going to fit really snug to the leg and then stretch for you, but because it's a heavy weight, it's going to give this nice sleek and slimming line to cover up any of those imperfections that we don't like to talk about. That's your upper thigh, that's your rear end, that's your tummy area. It just kind of really hugs us, makes us feel incredibly sexy and slimming, and it works on all body types. So whether you have a lot that we want to cover or a little, it's going to make us all look great. And again, that's going to work on every age demographic. So whether you're a young girl or you're an older woman or you're a mom of 3, just like myself, this jean is going to really make us feel good about ourselves. This jean is a size 8 and it's a 34-inch waist inseam. And so on a size 8, the rise on these jeans is 10 inches. Now, we're coming out of the era of ultra low, so that may seem like this astounding number and like it's super, super high. And it is, it's high. It's definitely a higher rise, but what it does is it's going to hit us just below the belly button. Again, I'm really long-waisted, so that's where it hits me. Certain people, it's going to flux. The other thing that we do on this jean, as well as all of our women's styles, is that we cut everything to sit higher in the back than in the front. So if you look at this jean, the way I show you, you can see that it sits higher in the back than in the front. What this does, and you should already be seeing that, is it's going to allow us movement. We can bend over, we can pick up the kids, you can pick up your purse, you can throw a leg over a horse, and it's not going to dip, and you're not going to have things that shouldn't be seeing daylight sticking out. So you're not going to be pulling and fussing over your jeans all day. It's going to really cover up all of our areas that should stay covered up, but still giving kind of a sexy appeal in front without uncovering maybe a muffin top, if you will. So the denim and the rise is what's key. This jean is a slim fit. Don't let that scare you. That doesn't mean that you have to have slim legs. Slim fit kind of got a bad rap in the 90s where people were using it to accommodate a very petite person. There's a difference between a petite fit and a slim fit. Slim fit is simply that it's slim to our leg. large, small, and different, a slim fit should be snug. It should be fitted the whole way down. We also did a modified boot opening on this jean. What that means is that on this size 8, this boot opening is 17 inches. So that means that if you want to wear them nice and tall and stacked, they're going to sit at the top of your spur area, the base of your boot, the top of your spur. You're not going to walk on this jean. Make it as long as you want to. You're not going to walk on it, and it's not going to fray your edges. That said, because it's a modified boot opening, these tuck in really well. This jean's incredibly versatile. You can wear it in your tall tops. You can wear it rolled up with booties. You can wear it to ride in all day on the ranch. You can wear it with flats. You can do about anything you want to with it. Versatility was really important when we developed our very first styles, and then that happened to stick with us throughout the evolution of Kimes Ranch. I wanted something that I could be comfortable in all day. I could be at the barn, I could be on a horse, I could be at a horse show, but then if I wanted to go to dinner that night, I could change my shoes and look like I was dressed appropriately to go to wherever I wanted to go. I really didn't enjoy having this gap in my closet where my riding jeans were, my ranch jeans, and on the other side were my fashion jeans. I wanted something that was forward enough for me to feel really good about it, but practical enough that I didn't have to worry that if I took my fashion jean on a horse, I was going to rip it out, because they're not designed for that kind of work. So it was really important to take key elements of my everyday life and bring them into one product. And that's what we did here on the Betty. People ask, okay, Amanda, you've sold me. I want to try these great, fantastic Betty jeans, but I have no idea what to size myself in. Okay, well, I'm going to talk you through that. So we at Kimes Ranch size our women's products evenly. We size them 00, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. Other brands in the Western world, let's compare ourselves to that, size them odd. Maybe you are size 1, maybe you're size 3, maybe you're a 4 or 5. Very simple. Just let me know your size. Let one of our customer service agents know your size, and all we do is we drop you into the even bucket. We drop you down a size. Now that's great, because nobody ever wants to go the opposite direction, so you instantly get a little bit of reprieve there, but you're going to be even. So let's say in some comparable brands you wear a 4-5, you wear a 7, whatever. Simple enough. If you wear a 4-5, you wear the 4 in ours. If you wear a size 7, you wear a 6 in ours. Other comparable brands that used waist sizes, we have you covered. If you go to kimesranch.com and visit the Betty page, there's a size chart there, and it names specific brands and how they size them, and if they're a 28 or a 29, etc. We're going to give you the comps on what you should wear in our jean. And if that still doesn't help, call us, because we will be able to talk you through it. And sometimes I ask customers to send me a picture, because I can kind of tell by looking at you where you should be, how we should start you. Okay, so you have your size figured out, kind of. Now here's the tricky part. Betty is designed to be worn very snug. Why, do you ask, is she designed to be worn so snug? Well, that's because of this stretch denim. We all know the bane with stretch denim. Stretch denim stretches, and therefore sometimes it stretches too much. Be wise, ladies, when picking your denim, and this goes any brand, you need to know the content of your product. If you buy a 100% cotton jean, it doesn't have a stretch factor. If you buy a jean with stretch, it does just that. It stretches. So it's incredibly important for you to be a knowledgeable purchaser. And when you're buying the Betty product, it's a 99-1. 99% cotton, 1% stretch. So what that means is you want it really snug, because it's going to stretch as the day progresses. If you put this jean on and it fits just right, maybe it's slightly big, it's going to be too big as the day progresses. So if you put this jean on and it fits maybe just a little snug, maybe just right, then it's good. Amanda, it feels painted on. It feels like it's too tight. Trust the product. What makes your jeans stretch out? Let's talk about that so you have a better understanding. I live in a really humid climate. We all understand that. That jean's going to stretch even more so. So you're going to need to make sure that that jean stays snug. The moisture in the air is going to affect the way that the cotton is going to absorb it, thus stretch. You're going to be riding all day and sweating a lot. The heat of your body is going to affect the spandex, so it's going to make the jeans stretch more as well. So think about what you're doing. For instance, when I'm riding all day, I wear a size different than when I'm sitting in the office all day. Why? Because of the body temperature. My body heat and wearing them and simply bending over and doing all those exercises is going to make my jean give. So I'm going to wear this snugger fit. That's very common for our customer and for most people buying most brands of jeans to flux between two sizes as well, because again, what you're doing is going to affect how that jean fits. So be knowledgeable in purchasing your products with any brand. You need to know your content and you need to know what you're going to be doing in that jean. If you're uncomfortable and you like them to be a little bit bigger, by all means, then you can certainly do that. I'm just wanting you ladies to understand that this stretch denim is going to give. And if it fits perfectly, maybe slightly big, but you think that's okay, then it's probably going to be too big through the end of the day. Other areas that this jean is going to stretch, as far as any jean with stretch denim, the lower part of the rear end and the knee, and then the front, where your crotch. The crotch area is going to stretch quite a lot. So those are areas you need the jean to be really snug when trying them on. Any stretch denim should be snug in those areas when trying them on. That's not just exclusive to the Betty or to Kimes Ranch. That's any stretch denim. So there we have it. The Betty jean, I might call it perfection. Some might disagree. Most people will agree with me in this aspect. It's got a great mid-rise. It covers up our derriere in the back. It's a great slim fit. It has a modified boot opening. It's incredibly versatile. Not to mention it's a sleek denim, incredibly dark. We do this for many reasons. I don't personally feel that denim should be your accessory. I think that denim should be worn over and over again without your neighbor knowing that you're wearing the same jeans 2, 3, 10 days in a row. So that was important as well. We went with a nice dark denim. We just do a rinse wash. We put a slight resin in this jean to hold the indigo. What that means is it's like a silicone wash. And it kind of holds that color in. And so this jean is going to retain its darkness for wears and wears. This great gold brown stitch color is very modest. It's not going to stand out, which means that you're going to be able to get away with this jean, you know, wear it 10 days in a row, and people aren't going to be able to notice, and you're going to be able to accessorize it on your own. I could literally go on and on about this jean because I love it that much, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to end it there, but I'm going to tell you, ladies, this is a great jean. I think that everybody should own a pair. I think that this is your best bet when introducing yourselves to Kimes Ranch. Absolutely start with the Betty jean because you're going to love it, and then it's going to make you a believer for life. As always, if you ever have any questions, concerns, comments, anything that you'd like to shout out to Kimes Ranch, there's many ways to get a hold of us on social media. You can call the office. We always answer the phone. You can send us an email at ranchhands@kimesranch.com. We love to hear from you, and thank you guys. Have a great Friday.